Hello everyone and welcome back to BenTech Code, and today we have the AirPods Pro. AirPods Pros, released in 2019, and they were some of the best ANC earbuds for iOS users. But today I'm coming at you with a Windows and Android perspective on these earbuds. Let's see how they hold up. So we're going to go right into hardware with the case and the earbuds. The case itself is luxuriously small and they fit really good. And it fits really good into my pocket, same with the earbuds. And they both fit almost perfectly into my ear. My left ear still feels loose, but the right ear is very satisfying. And the onboard controls are equally satisfying, with a touch sensor on the stem. You press the stem once to play, pause, or answer a call, double press to skip forward, and triple press to skip back on the tracks. And press and hold to switch between noise cancellation and transparency mode, or nothing at all. At least that's how it works on iOS. More on that later. The case kind of scratches, but with a glossy coat of paint, you can barely see it. And incoming light makes it look as shiny as the first day you bought it. Very good choice of color. Same with the earbuds. And the glossy actually helps them cling on to my ears a lot more than matte ever did. Thank you very much. The earbuds also come with tips. Tips come in small, medium, and large as you expected, and the way that you remove them is very unique and a lot more streamlined than I thought it would. It also keeps the drivers a lot less intruding, so the earbuds, they don't stick too much into your ears, providing a very satisfying fit. Now, the case charges via lightning cable. And for Android users like me, it's extremely frustrating. And while everything else, and I mean everything, can be powered by USB-C, even Apple's own iPads and Macs, having to charge these via lightning is excruciatingly painful. And I suppose it was made for iPhone users, but it's still a slap in the face for all us Android users. Battery life, speaking of that case and earbud, battery life is about 5.5 hours with ANC enabled. And about the same with transparency, just a little bit more sometimes when listening to heavier music. Now, I was about to say that the battery life with nothing enabled is a little bit better, but the problem is there's a bug inside my AirPods Pros, and whenever they're connected, because I can only connect with Bluetooth on Android, when I hold, it's either transparency or ANC. There's no in between. And it's just disturbing how this happened. Maybe it's a Bluetooth issue, maybe it's just me not noticing and being dumb about it. But the fact that it's happening, and it's a sign of things to come with this integration with just Bluetooth. And I think it's a problem that Apple needs to solve to make them more available for everyone and not just the iPhone users. Now, let's head over to microphones. Microphones aren't usually something that people have to worry about, but just for ease of mind, these microphones came in very premium, and I thoroughly tested them on a phone call, and the results were positive. On a 1-hour phone call, my friend told me I sounded really clear, and that ambient noise wasn't really present, with only a faint whisper from the TV in the adjacent room. These microphones are so good, and they really do let you enjoy transparency mode. Which, by the way, let's get into transparency mode. So sound and transparency mode and ANC and all that stuff is what makes the AirPods Pro. Hey everyone, this is BenTech Code, and I forgot that I could make a sound recording with Google. I forgot about that. And so, this is the complete sound of the AirPods Pro's microphones coming from the two AirPods Pros, because they can work independently of each other. I did not tell you that in the original recording. I made this recording after the original voiceover. I forgot to tell you it, and it's actually very, very nice. I really do love that feature, and it's very convenient. So one more thing, the AirPods Pros are also IP certified water resistant. And so you can't submerge them, but as you see in one of the clips, I do put them in the rain, and that's completely fine. And it's also sweat resistant, so you can work out with them. And those are some things that I forgot to mention. Very sorry about that. But I still hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and this is an audio sample of the AirPods Pro's microphone at the purest they will ever be on Android. There you go. The AirPods Pros. Transparency was a surreal experience. So, to test it, I went to my local park and to my local food store. And over there, I had a convincing, albeit kind of worse, set of ears. Not once did the audio sound like a bad radio wave. It was always crisp, clear, and realistic. And it made a certain distinction between the crinkling of a chips bag and the voice of a cashier telling me to pay cash or via credit card. So it's very clear. The transparency mode accentuates, oh my god, I can't speak. It very much, it improvises by making sure that you can hear human voices more than anything else. And that's also something with the ANC. They're both very well tuned. And I want to talk about the sound and the ANC, but I'm going to start with sound. The sound is okay, and it tends to lean on the mids, whilst leaving the bass and the highs pretty even. It tries too hard to find a balance between the sounds, and it still has a great soundstage. With ANC, it sounds very deep, but the sound is still average compared to some other earbuds. But when compared to the ones I've had, it's a very good soundstage, and I really do enjoy it. ANC is probably the bigger picture here. ANC itself is also impressive, and it completely destroys my Aukey EPN5s. But considering the $250 price tag, I suppose it's warranted. I vacuumed, I walked around outside in my neighborhood to test this feature, and the results were that it works. When vacuuming, most of the rooms and the huffing and puffing of the vacuum were cancelled out to the point of being tolerable. And although the higher tones of the vacuum remained, especially if you got close to it, the ANC still filters out human voice based on proximity, meaning you're not completely deaf if someone else is talking to you, which is pretty nifty. So the ANC it's okay to a point, with higher tones not exactly being cancelled out as much as deeper tones. But the fact that you're getting this is in no small part due to the Apple silicon that they're using. And you have to admire Apple for this masterful job of ANC. I really do enjoy it, and it's one of the best experiences you can have. Now, we're going to wrap this up with some of the things that make the AirPods Pros hard to live with. And one of them is that it just won't connect to my Surface Pro. It just won't. Later on, I would disconnect it from my phone to pair it to the PC, and it just wouldn't work. And sometimes I would connect it to my phone, and it would disconnect and pair back to my PC. It's insane. I'm appalled by this. I'm really shocked. This again might be my Surface Pro, but this point remains that Bluetooth is imperfect. And another quick bug I face every morning is the inability to raise the volume until I repair the earbuds. This happens every 2 to 3 disconnections, which means putting the earbuds back inside the case and then taking them out to listen to again. And it's maddening. I don't know why this is happening, and maybe I just need to factory reset it again. But the fact that it's happening, it's really weird. And it goes to show that Apple is disconnected from the reality of this world. And I can keep going. With iOS, you can see what ear tips provide the best seal, but on Android, I had to wing it. And that could be the reason my left ear still feels incomplete in the seal. And it's the price you pay when you don't buy them with Apple. And it's really hefty. And that's not to say I didn't encounter the same problem with my Aukeys or the JLabs, but the difference is the $250 price tag. And for that money, it's too much to let these issues slide. I could let it slide with $30 JLabs, I can let it slide with $50 Aukeys, but $250 you expect the best from Apple. And maybe I'm just an Android user sticking his ears into the wrong earbuds, but the combination of features are so good, and they just get drowned out by these compromises. I'm gonna have to leave it to you to decide whether or not you'll take these compromises with a grain of salt and still buy them anyways. Well, that's it for me. Go ahead and leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bentech Code, signing off. this is Bentech Code, and you want to support the channel and the blog, well, now you can. This is the Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/BentechCode. There, you can sign up for my membership and support me on a monthly basis, or just buy me a coffee. Real quick, real simple, real easy. Go to buymeacoffee.com/BentechCode for more information, and so you can support your favorite content creators like me. buymeacoffee.com/BentechCode.